Good evening, dear chess players. Today I want to show you a game between Magnus Carlsen and the young Duda from Champions Chess Tour Finals, first round. Actually, I wanted to find a game I could show you, and didn't want to show Magnus's game, but he plays so spectacular that it's just impossible to avoid games like this. He won the first game of their four-game match, and this time he was playing black, and he played just an amazing game. And this is, I think, another quality of Magnus, that he has been a terrific black player. Yeah, he's playing with black for a win, and just has such an excellent understanding of how to create a game. Yeah, how not to get pushed around. This is just amazing. So d4, I think Jan is playing more d4 right now. He plays c4 occasionally as well. Knight f6, g6. Everyone is ready that Magnus will play e6 and play some of Queen's Gambits, but this time g6, f3. Small surprise. In this position, I personally play something like knight to c6, and with idea, to play e5. But it's a rare variation, and Magnus plays more common d6 and e5. Actually, it's kind of my idea, but without the knight on c6. So if white takes, then this position is actually better for black. They are better developed and queens are off board. So Duda didn't want to go for that. He played knight to e2 and c5. So this is what is how to play aggressive against d4. Yeah, Magnus doesn't want to play any kind of long lines as MVL, for example. Yeah, like infinite lines for 17, 18 moves, and just creates I don't know, kind of playing with patterns. Yeah, so d5, and this is very unusual, I would say. Yeah, this pawns here with pawn on f3, and everyone can play. Basically, at this point, everyone is on their own, and it's only move 6. h5. Again, very Magnus-like. He likes to play with the h pawn. I remember him playing against Tomaszewski in one of the Blitz games, like against the English opening on move 2 maybe. So the idea is to push the pawn and create weaknesses against the king, and black's king can like stay in the center because the center is closed. Ben Fangal plays similar positions, but definitely from different move order. Knight c3. This maneuver, knight here and knight to c3, it's from Samish King's Indian defense, very common. Just to move bishop to e3 and knight to d2, so then regrouping. Yeah, but you see that it's quite a slow idea. Knight d7, knight a3. Not sure about this move. I would definitely play something like bishop to e3 first, but this is like also I think Duda tries to be a little more creative because he has a lot of time with this such close center. h4, knight to bishop to g5. I like this move. After this pawn moved, it's important to remember that this g5 square is not protected. Yeah, black cannot win a tempo anymore, and it's nice to have the spin ongoing. Bishop e7 and bishop to e3. Now white is not interested in exchanges. Yeah, you have to understand that when you have this pawn on d5, you have huge space advantage. Yeah, you want to keep black occupied with the moving pieces around. And it's important, that's why I'm amazed with this game, yeah, that Magnus goes for this, and it's really extremely dangerous, yeah, that you leave all these pieces, but you have your own game, yeah, and Magnus goes for it. A6, taking away b5, knight to h7. So now black wants to play bishop g5 or knight to g5 and exchange one or two pieces. g3. I'm not the biggest fan of this move. Engine suggested bishop to e2. I just don't want to, without necessity, to create tension before I have played something like castles, queenside, for instance, yeah, but Duda decides to open up the game. Knight g5, queen to g2, protecting f3, because there was no way to protect it. f5. Now, again, no piece for the wicked. Magnus is not playing, like, not thinking about the king, yeah. He says that, okay, he also not castled, so why should I? Of course, this rook here is doing an excellent job defending h4, but I think everyone would try to, you know, play with, like, play at least knight to b6 and open up this bishop. Yeah, but Magnus just plays it straight away when his pieces are not yet developed. Bishop to d3 and f4. Also, like, a bit questionable decision. Engine very well likes it, but I don't really understand it. I don't think I would play it like that. Because for me it looked like white could capture, but appears that he can. Let's take it, take, and in this position, castles and engines suggest that in this position, black wins. Yeah, they have total domination on the dark squares, and white cannot hide the king on the queen side, and this knight here is far away, so this is like -3 for black. So excellent move. Bishop to d2, h3, h takes g was also a possibility, but I like h3 much more, because these pawns, they have this ability to become very strong at some point, yeah, because they create a lot of tactical ideas, which we'll see later in the game. Castles. Rook to g1, castles queenside. So engine now starts to favor white a little bit. I think that when black could play more actively beforehand, but now white managed to castle, and no more tactical ideas for black. Here, so it's like a maneuvering stage, defending the knight. Rook of white takes, and takes with the pawn. One of the ideas in this kind of positions is to give away an exchange for dark square bishop and open up this diagonal for the bishop, but engine suggests that white is much better. I'm saying that much better, but going into engine like +2, it's quite big advantage, close to winning. bishop to f6. So Magnus didn't go for this exchange sacrifice. He still like waits what will happen. Bishop takes f4, takes on c3 in order to win the pawn and open up the king. Bishop d6. Bishop goes back. f4 takes. And in this position, White made a critical mistake. They played bishop to e5. The engine says that White should have captured at least on f8 or took this bishop on on g1. But Duda just attacked the queen, wanted to move his bishop. He doesn't want to give it up and just control this diagonal himself. Knight f6. If you play bishop to queen to h6, then this position is much better for White, even though they're down rook, full rook right now. So takes, and in this position you see that White thinks that okay, this knight here is pinned. So ancients decided to flip the board. So this knight here is pinned, this bishop is attacked, and White controls the diagonal, and it could be a win for White. But it appears that after this move, Black is winning. Yeah, they give away this queen here, but after takes and taking here, then Black has just huge winning advantage. Yeah, there are two rooks and piece for queen, and also this bishop is dead. This is a threat as well. So that's what happened. So he cannot take the queen. Magnus takes the pawn and saves the bishop. So again, if you take, then rook is falling. e5, and again sacrifices with the same idea. Yeah, sacrifices the queen for a pawn, and if pawn takes, then it's check, and king takes g7, again winning. So so now he sacrifices a full rook, takes, check here, and h2. Notice that this pawn, as I said earlier, will reach the queening point. So if Black decides to again, it's a sacrifice actually, yeah, that White can win a bishop, yeah, but then it's made into just I'm saying that White creates when this queen and knight and bishop is around, so it's very dangerous. Yeah, also this check, but Magnus calculated everything. He is just hugely up on time, and this is what happened, and this position Duda resigned. So excellent win by Magnus. Good game, and thank you for watching, and see you next time.